Hi, it's Nicole, and this is my blogging from AtoZ Challenge co-host profile. This next question comes from music fan Andrea, who has a few blogs, including one called 12 Steps to Cloud 9, and her main blog where she writes about music and other things that interest her. You can also find her on Twitter at musicfanandrea. And she asks, you wrote and directed a short film. What was the experience like? Would you do it again? Andrea, the short answer is no. And the long answer is, well, if the money is right and the circumstances call for it, I would be open to making another short film or even making a feature film. It all just depends on the project. The film that I made, Abyss, I'm referring to the short film Abyss, the Greatest Proposal Ever. I learned a lot about the importance of like pacing yourself and just taking things like one step, one phase at a time. And I think that like making movies is kind of like checking things off of a list. Like you're checking a lot of things off of the list, and you're juggling a lot of different balls from the script stage all the way up until when we finished the film. I went through a lot of like a wide range of emotions, and I had good experiences and some challenging experiences, and I took a step back after everything was all said and done, and I realized that there were a lot of times when I was trying to just move through one phase to get to the next, and I didn't really kind of take a moment to kind of appreciate like what was going on at the time and pay attention to that and keep my attention on that. But I did have an idea, or at least I thought I had an idea of what I thought I wanted to get out of making it, and what I wanted to get out of having a film. So I looked at everything before that as just like something that's in my way, from the script to the production and editing, whatever came before having an actual movie in hand that can be shown somewhere in the theater or whatever. Like everything else was in my way. So by looking at it like that, it kind of put me in a place where I wanted to like rush through some things, or where I had like a short, a very low tolerance for the challenges and setbacks that did pop up and would pop up. Like anything that you do in life, you're gonna kind of come up against like obstacles, and so you have to kind of get around them or get through them. And every little thing that didn't go a certain way or how I thought it would go, I would just look at it as just a barrier to the next thing. And I think I was always trying to just get to that next point. And so looking back, one of the takeaways that I got from it is just the importance of like playing the hand that I'm dealt. I have to play the cards that I'm working with, and just roll with the punches and let the chips fall where they may. And and not be too attached to expectations of like what's going to be, because I don't know what is going to come of anything that that I will do or work on, especially a motion picture. Like, there are so many variables in play, and you're working with a lot of different groups of people at various stages of the game, and so that makes for a lot of uncertainty. And so I just need to learn how to be comfortable with the uncertainty. Just like, I guess that a lot of the lessons that I learned from making the film could be like applied to life, in that you can have like an idea of what you want, and you may get it, but you may not also, but you might get something else. That the way that the film turned out, and the trajectory of the movie since then has looked a lot different than what I thought it would look like, in terms of like the distribution, or the the exhibition, in terms of like showing my work and getting it out there, and in terms of like figuring out what to do with it. It totally took a different direction than what I thought it would be, and it turned out, it's turning out to be okay. But yeah, so I mean, when I started writing the script, I thought that it would take only a few days to write it, since it was a short film. And so I expected to have a finished screenplay like within a week, and that didn't happen, of course. And I wrote about this, I wrote about that process and that experience on my blog. So you can probably like go back and search for like, it's called Case of the Never-Ending Screenplay. I think it's like a series of posts that I wrote. You can read those if you like, but it took months to finish the script, just the script, and I was like, there were points where I just wanted to rush through it, but I'm glad that I didn't, and I'm glad that I took the time to heed the feedback that a few select individuals were gracious enough to lend to me, and to help me figure out like what was working in the story and what wasn't, and to figure out how to get the script to a place where I'd be comfortable enough to shoot it, where I'd be confident in the story and in what I had to move forward with the next stage of the project. And I went into pre-production, and that took a little while, but it was still relatively short. And post-production, when we started shooting, that was probably like the shortest period of time, the actual production process. But the screenwriting stage, the pre-production, which involved all the casting and finding locations and trying to get secure like wardrobe and costumes and props and things like that, trying to secure funding, all of those things, that took longer than the actual filming of the movie. And then post-production was like just a whole animal in and of itself. From it was just a deal. It was I don't know how to explain it right now, but I do plan on doing so, which brings me to my next thing. If you are interested in learning about the more of the experiences of like what went on, like during the movie while we were making it, I would recommend that you watch my other playlist on my channel. It's titled 30 Days, I think, or it's titled the making of Abyss, the greatest proposal ever. And the videos in that playlist show, you know, what went on like during the production, so you get to see like the actors, and you get a little more of an explanation and some more like details on, you know, how on what that experience was like. So I think watching those videos would provide a lot more insight, and you know, for you, than me trying to explain everything here, because I think it would cause this video to be much longer than it needs to be. And I also plan on adding more videos to that series, because I didn't finish it like I planned to do, unfortunately, but I do want to finish that and wrap it up. And I will also be adding some audio commentary to some additional videos. Moving on, just to answer the other part of your question, which was, do I think I would do it again? Well, to continue my answer from earlier, at this time, I do not think I would make a narrative film again, but there are some documentary projects and a television series that I would like to work on, including a documentary about birthdays and a TV show about emergency preparedness. So yeah, anyone who has made a film could tell you that it involves long hours and things rarely go according to plan. In fact, I do believe that anything that can go wrong probably will, and when you least expect it. But it can be fun, or it can be stressful. It depends, you know. It all depends. It's an unpredictable thing. And so I think one of the other important lessons that I took away from making a movie is like, things are uncertain, you know. Making movies, they're filled with uncertainty. You don't even, you know, you can make one, you don't know if you're going to finish it, you don't know when you're going to finish it, and when you do finish it, you don't know if people are going to like it, you know. So maybe some people will like it and some won't, but you know, you never know. So I think it's something else that could be applied to life. You know, life is uncertain. You don't know what tomorrow holds. So you just have to kind of go with the flow. And you know, that's what I've learned, that I have to try to do. I just have to do the best that I can, and be happy that, well, be glad that I'm able to do it. So thank you, Andrea, for this question. And for anyone else who's watching, thank you for watching. And if you are a blogger who is participating in the AtoZ challenge, stay tuned for some more random things about me. The AtoZ challenge is an annual blog hop where participants post every day in April except on Sundays. The challenge was founded by Arlee Bird, who blogs at Tossing It Out. For more details and to learn more about the history of the challenge, you can watch my other video titled All About the Benjamins, or just check the link in the description box below. Thanks for watching.